Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry Heck, back at it again with another video. And this time we'll be covering a article by GamesRadar that is speaking to the Halo co-creator. Says the remake's lack of PvP is a misstep resulting from poor planning. And I have to agree. Just at face value, I agree. Anytime you remake or remaster a game, if that game came with a certain mode, you want to include that mode, especially if you are charging full price. I mean, the darling of the industry, Naughty Dog, aka Neil and the boys, also suffered this misstep when they remade Last of Us Part 1. They did not include the multiplayer, a multiplayer in which people are still enjoying right now here today. And is it a ton of people? No. Is it millions of people? No, but it's still some people who are enjoying it and including an updated version of that, or just updating what people are already playing and just re-releasing it as a free-to-play game, or even, you know, $10, $20, whatever. I think it would have brought more people in and, you know, even served as another source of possible revenue where, you know, people buying skins, etc. Because even that game at the time suffered from a bit of pay to win. But let's jump off into the article and get busy. Okay, so again, the title, Halo co-creator says the remake's lack of PvP is a misstep resulting from a lack of oversight and poor planning. Okay, this is by John Gerblick. Shout out to the Gerblick Nader, as it were. So sad this wasn't included, and I agree. Halo campaign involves lack of PvP multiplayer is probably the remake's biggest drawback, a baffling letdown for fans of the original 2001 classic FPS, which beloved memories playing against friends, and that is a fact. In the same room on the same TV, I'm having a great time playing through the campaign in co-op mode with a few pals. But what good is playing games with friends when you don't end up hating each other at the end? Now, this is dope and this is true. I remember I didn't participate in Halo at the beginning, but my uncle came home from the military and he was talking about it. He's super into video games and he was talking about it. He was like, "What, you never played?" I was like, "Nah." And apparently they used to play this joint via LAN inside their barracks, surprisingly enough. And you know, that's what they would do. They'd link up and play freaking Halo, and I think that's dope. And so there's something to be said about, because when Halo released, it was a moment in time, all the way up to Halo 3. Like, it felt like the earth stood still. And after I played the first one, I was in it on Halo 2. I was in it on Halo 3. And I feel like that's, as a gamer, especially in our age demographic, that's something that sticks with you. That's like a core memory in gaming, if you did play Halo. It was nothing else like it at the time. As a multiplayer enjoyer, as a first-person shooter enthusiast, or any way you want to slice it, it was just a moment in time and you had to be there. It was a great time to be alive and a great time to be a gamer. Anyway, Halo Campaign Evolved doesn't have PvP, and Halo Studios was provided zero indication that it should be added at any point. One prominent analyst has suggested this fact is one of the key reasons the Halo remake isn't selling nearly as well as a pair of newly released Call of Duty ports. And now one of the progenitors, I don't know this word, you know, this is an unfamiliar word to me, of the Halo franchise is straight up calling the game's lack of PvP a mistake. And that's a good point to look back at, because these recent ports for the Black Ops went crazy, and they went crazy amidst a controversial time in gaming where, you know, the no disc no buy, and, you know, Sony PlayStation choosing to halt physical disc production in a year and some change now, and those games sold like hotcakes. It was also an indicator showing that, you know, people enjoy digital products and people will play digital products regardless of what's going on, as long as it's good. At the end of the day, that's always a caveat you got to throw in there, as long as it's good, because if it's not bad, I mean, if it's bad, obviously it's not going to sell. And so those games having that multiplayer, and I don't know, maybe they didn't think that those games would sell like that, and maybe they didn't think that, you know, this game needed the multiplayer with the Master Chief Collection and the Halo Infinite multiplayer. They probably figured that would be enough. But again, that's oversight. I'm not an oversight. That's just a lack of I think that's a lack of belief in the product. You know, or either whoever was making these decisions weren't around back then. You know, because if you were an individual around back then, it would have not crossed. It wouldn't have even been an option to leave the PvP out of this joint. I think. You know, and I thought it would be something that they would be adding by December, by Christmas, but I guess not. I mean, I'm not sure how long it would take them to throw it together or put it together or port some form of it from the Master Chief Collection. I don't know, because this is a different engine to my own. Is it a different engine? I'm not sure on that, so I'm not gonna say that. So I'm not sure of the work that will have to go into it, because to be honest, I was hopeful that it's something that we're working on in the background and will release later, but maybe that's not the case. Split screen, MP, and Campaign Evolved should have been included. There is little excuse aside from lack of oversight and poor planning that led to this misstep, says Halo co-creator and OG Combat Evolved art director Marcus Leto on Twitter. So sad this wasn't included. I fully agree, wholeheartedly agree. Get off. Leto confirms in a follow-up tweet that he's specifically referring to Halo Campaign Evolved not having PvP, and he confirmed it. Of course, there's always a possibility of Halo Studio ends up adding PvP. Yeah, this is my belief, to Campaign Evolved. But honestly, even just considering the title of the remake, which clearly indicates the specific mode included in the package, it seems pretty unlikely. Still, Leto adds that it would be awesome if that were to happen. I 1000% agree. And there is his tweet on the matter right there. And yeah, that's the end of it. Let's check out his tweet actually. Let's go on, let's see more. Oh, that's the complete thing right there. And yeah, again, I agree on it. I think when you go back and pull up a classic and choose to remake it, bring forth everything that you can possibly bring forth in that. Call it complete edition, call it whatever you got to do as far as the marketing and naming it, do it. Because I do believe they left money on the table by not including it. Apparently other people believe so as well. The boys and I ran through it. It was cool. It was nice to experience it in the third person perspective, in the updated visuals on the PlayStation 5. It was a cool stroll down memory lane, and it would have been even cooler if they included that arena mode in there, that arena-based PvP, and that's my favorite style of PvP right there. Just throw us in the arena. Let's play some team deathmatch. Let's play some kill confirm. Let's play some capture the flag. Let's play things like this and get real active. I think people would be playing that right now here today still. You know what I'm saying? If this game had a drop with that, and of course it would have dropped off with the release of your Gears of War, and of course. One thing I think a lot of these people look at when it comes to these multiplayers, especially if it's a mode like this, you don't necessarily have to treat it as a games as a service. Sometimes the multiplayer mode can just be that and just drop it, and that's what it is. People play it, people enjoy it. It is what it is. Drop some skins here and there. If people want to buy them, they buy them. If not, oh well. Because there is a space for that. We see with Space Marine 2, it has the arena-based PvP. People are playing it, people are enjoying it. You get what I mean? And that's what it is. And you're not necessarily on the hook to keep an update unless something breaks. If something breaks, all right, jump off in there and fix it. But you don't have to drop season passes. You don't have to constantly drop maps. You don't have, because the maps are already made. The maps are already made, brothers. The guns are already made, brothers. You see what I'm saying? So everything is already made. So it's not like you're on the hook to steadily maintain it. We see how PlayStation handles it when you look at the Sucker Punch Legends modes. They drop them, they do one update, that's it. That is it. And you play it, enjoy it. It is what it is. It's up to be, even from the first one, it's up to be enjoyed. They drop a raid, and hey, it is what it is. On to the next. You know what I mean? I think that's a good way to do it, unless you're just out the window and you're making the games as a service, like a Helldivers 2. But other than that, I think, you know what I'm saying, you can just be okay with dropping the multiplayer mode and having it just be that. You know what I'm saying? And that's my thoughts on the matter. I'm not going to drag it on too much longer. Let me know how you feel about it down inside the comments. This is something you agree with. Do you agree with the sentiment? I 1000% agree with the sentiment. I would very much welcome the PvP portion of this game to be dropped upon us, be dropped upon our head tops for us to enjoy. And hopefully it's still coming. You know, we're not still coming. Hopefully they are working on it and it's something that we'll be able to enjoy here soon. But yeah, let me know how you feel. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe if you want to. I'll catch y'all outside the next one. Oh yeah, catch me every Saturday at 11 a.m. on my own personal podcast, GamesRadar podcast, and also catch me every Tuesday on the Big Home Woodchildren's MJP channel, playing some co-op games with the board. You know, RPG 88, we all over there, and if it's more than 3 players, feel free to jump off in there. You know, send us an invite, we'll send you an invite, we'll get you up in there. Cut your mic on, make sure your privacy settings are set to the appropriate settings so that the chat can hear you when you speak. Catch y'all outside the next one.